Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? So, yeah, I know. I've been in deep learning of trying to um, learn a couple of new things, and it's like I'm obsessed with it. I open my eyes and I'm into it. So, I'm kind of sorry, push the readings back a little bit because I hope what I'm learning that I'm going to be able to help more people than just mediumship type stuff. Because that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to help heal people in all kinds of ways. So anyway, sorry about that. So we're going to talk to Robbie. He says he's apologizing to everybody. This is like a blanket apology that he says I acted kind of like a doofus when I was here. He says I just kind of went through life like dum 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 dum, just not dumb. That I didn't mean to say the word dumb. He didn't act like he was dumb, but just kind of podunking along. He he never quite got what his purpose was, what he was supposed to be doing, what he needed to do for himself. He just kind of he says he just kind of floated along, just just kind of went that way. He says, but now when he's there and he can see things from a different perspective, he says, I learned all the things that I did wrong. I learned all the things that I didn't do that I was supposed to do. It's like hindsight. He says, I feel all fresh and clean and sparkly. He says he feels sparkly. So his vibration's gone way up. But that's what they do to us. When we get up there, they cleanse us. Everybody's forgiven. It doesn't matter what you've done. It doesn't matter how horrible a person you were. You're all forgiven. You're all cleansed. They peel those old heavy negative energies off of you, kind of peel you like an onion, get that stuff all off of you so your vibrations back up and you are totally loved. Not really even forgiven because you don't need to be forgiven. Not on that realm. They don't think that you need to be forgiven. You're just loved. The good and the bad. You're loved. So that's pretty cool. He's biting into what looks like, I'm going to say, an apple. It could be some other kind of round fruit. He's like, so I don't know if he particularly, it may not be an apple. And then I see an orange, or maybe both. But he's biting into if that's an orange, he's biting into the peeling and all. And I think some people do that. I can't. That's too bitter for me. So whatever that round fruit was that you can eat, he's just biting into it, peel and all. And maybe he had something that he liked to eat all the time like that, or maybe you just ate something like that, or even somebody really close to him could have done, but he's doing it. And then he's handing it forward, and he goes, "Here, you take a bite." Talking to you, you take a bite. I'll share with you. You may watch a movie. You may go through a store, or be walking down the street and see somebody doing that, and that'll be a sign from him. That's different. I always ask him for something different because everybody knows about cardinals and butterflies and stuff. I ask them for something unique. So it doesn't matter where you see that. You could be driving down the road and there could be a billboard with somebody holding an apple or something with a big bite out of it. Doesn't matter where it comes from. But when you get that sign, validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more. Give him permission if that's what you want, if you want signs from him. Tell him he can hear you. I promise you 1,000% he can hear you, he can see you. Oh, he's singing a song. Oh, this, I don't think he's old enough to grown up when this song came out. But they tap into songs that I understand, that I know, so I can pick it up. Hang on. So he's singing the song Cherish, Cherish. That was back, I think, in my younger days, so doesn't matter. He's picking a song that I would know to look for. And I think it's by the association, but I'm not sure. I don't remember the group. But go play that song. I got goosebumps as Alexa played it. I mean, I had goosebumps like crazy. So he says that's kind of for the collective. So it's still not just for you, but it's kind of for like the family, all of you, everybody. Tell people you cherish them now while you're still here. You all take everybody for granted. He says, stop doing that. Stop and actually think. Did I tell that person I love them today? He said, I thought that was a bunch of well, he says horse shit. I thought that was a bunch of horse shit when I was here. You don't need to do that. Not all the time. He's saying, yes, you do. Please do it to each other. And my 20-year-old grandson lives with me, and there's not a time that he walks out that door to leave that he doesn't go, love you, Grandma. I don't know how I got so lucky. He's a good kid. And it's nice to hear. So he's feeling a little, I don't want to say melancholy, because that's kind of, he's reflecting because we really don't have those heavy feelings. We don't have hate, resentment, and all that stuff when we go up there, because we don't need that crap. So he's kind of reflecting back on his life, on what he should have done and what he should have said. Be kind to one another. Okay, so he's somebody recently, or you're just about to, you're either going to step in gum, dog poop, something like that, because he's looking at the bottom of his shoe and he's going, ew, that's sticky, that's stinky, ew, ew. So I think he's trying to, I always ask them to validate themselves in some way, at least a couple times, hopefully, so you know for sure who we're talking to. So that's going to relate to somebody. He says there's a younger male that is maybe kind of sort of going down the wrong path. That he kind of thinks he's being sneaky, but it's all going to come out. See if he's going to tell me who, or show me what they look like, or I'm going to say teenage. I really stink at guessing ages, but I'm going to say teenage, darker hair. I don't know if there's a little left-handed puff puff or what. Yeah, it's not something real bad anymore. I don't think so. But he's trying to get somebody to pay attention. Something going on. Got friends influencing this one that aren't the best. Not influencing in a good way. He keeps, okay, my good friend is a guy. Most of my good friends are guys. I get along better with guys than I do girls. Although last few years I get along with quite a few girls. Anyway, he's getting ready to have a birthday, and I wrote down we're going to get him some penis balloons. Well, he keeps drawing my eyes to my sticky note, penis balloons. So, and he's laughing. Somebody, a male, I'm assuming, is getting ready to have a birthday, and he thinks those would be hilarious. Or maybe somebody's thinking about getting somebody some of those. It could even be a female, like a bridal thing or something, but I'm feeling more like it's a male. Maybe just because my friend's male. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure on that. He says go ahead and do it. So if there's somebody trying to think of something silly to do for their birthday, we're going to hang them around his camper. Probably better not say that on here. I know he doesn't watch any of this stuff. I didn't find any, but I got something different. Black balloons with rude sayings on them. But I was hoping for the other ones. He just keeps going, cup of tea, cup of coffee, cup of tea, cup of coffee. So I don't know if one of you guys, and I don't usually read for so many people at a time. One of you guys like both, and you have a hard time deciding whether he's trying to validate himself, or somebody was just thinking that, or somebody went to the store and thought, do I buy tea or do I buy coffee this time? Something. He's not saying for sure, cup of tea, cup of coffee. He's saying it over and over. Okay, so now he's specifically talking to you, and he kind of leans over my shoulder, and he's singing, I should have treated you better. You don't want me to sing, I promise you. But it doesn't sound like any song that I know. It doesn't sound like any tune that I know. So I can't pick a particular song like I did a while ago, but I should have treated you better. I should have loved you better. But he's singing it. So maybe he's making up his own little song, or maybe there's a song that you know that I don't know that has something like that in it. So know whenever you hear that song, you hear that in a song, or however that works. You can be walking through the store and you can hear it on their music thing. It doesn't matter. Again, that'll be a sign from him. So validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more. Now he's showing me this round fruit, and I'm not going to say 100% it's an apple, and it's rolling off the kitchen counter. So watch for something like that to roll off the counter, fall off the counter, end up on the floor and you didn't know how it got there, anything along that line. You are the apple of my eye. I do come in and give you a kiss on the cheek some nights when you're asleep. I don't want you to be scared. I don't let you know that I'm there because I don't want to scare the hell out of you. So if you want him there, tell him. It's okay. You're not going to scare me, or do it in a way that doesn't scare me. And if you don't want him there when you're asleep, tell him bedroom's off limits. If that would be something that would scare you or bother you. But I think more than anything, you'll just feel a warm sense of, oops, sorry, my alarm's going off. Got my big fat pork chops on the grill. It'll probably just bring you a big sense of love and peace and calm when he does this. And he's not there to cause any harm. He's there hopefully to relieve you of stresses that you've had throughout the day. You'd be surprised. It's amazing what they can do. If you allow them, and if you don't want it, tell them so. I do love you. It's all about love. He's saying he wished he could have had a glimpse, like I do, of the difference between here and there. The total freaking difference on what your perspective is, on what you can see, on what you know, on what you see, what you hear. He said he wished he just had a glimmer of knowing what he was supposed to be doing instead of fumbling around in the dark while he was here. And it's usually harder for guys anyway. There's a lot of girls, like waking up to some of the things that people like me are learning. Guys pretty much, I don't believe in that shit. I don't believe you can hear them. I don't believe that they're helping you. I don't believe they can come down and help you. I believe I'm going to hell. So far, I've never seen hell. There is no hell. This is hell. This is hell. I think being on earth is hell. I think that's our hell. But as far as there being an actual hell where you burn in hell, no, you're divinely forgiven. Everything. It's all about your soul and your soul's journey, your soul's growth. And I don't know why I'm babbling that. He started it. He started it. I get distracted. Boop, there I go. Okay, my dear. Sorry for the delay. And I never have a problem giving a refund. I don't do this for money. I don't do this for the money, or I'd be charging a hell of a lot more than I am. Much love to you, my dear. Have a great rest of your day. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.